Hey guys, I'm V8 Supercar driver Will Davison. Today we're here at the head office of the Auction Long Group, parent company to Doric and Capral. The group moved into this awesome new facility only a year ago. So come inside and let's go check it out. Since moving into this new site, the Auction Long Group has grown to over 250 people across its 5 business units at this 12,000 square metre site. It's been really exciting to watch the development of this new site and to watch all these great people work together under the same roof. Let's start where a product begins, the design department. Doric has its own in-house team who design a product from an initial idea right through to market. So here we are down at the 3D printing room. Once the guys have finished a final design on the computer, the designers bring it down here to produce this life-size sample on this state-of-the-art 3D printer. Some of the staff have been here for many years and it's amazing to watch them take separate components into a full product ready for use. Check this machine out. Here we are spinning up springs that become spring balancers. Doric is one of the last manufacturers in Australia that still locally makes its own springs in-house. They've been producing spring balancers for over 20 years. This is the powder coating room. Here at Doric we have over 40 standard colours to choose from. If what you want isn't on offer, we'll find it. We powder coat just about anything, from chain winders to door handles. Throughout the year, the V8 Supercar teams have several testing days for all new ideas and products. Doric and Cowdroy are exactly the same. Using Azuma, an independently accredited testing facility, Doric and Cowdroy test a number of their products. Some products are tested over 30,000 cycles. Just like any V8 Supercar team, where there are a number of people who work behind the scenes to bring a car to the racetrack, here at Doric and Cowdroy there are committed teams at head office who support getting the products into the customer's hands.
Race number 19 of the championship, Queensland Raceway on a beautiful winter's day. 27 degrees and what a battle off the start. A heavyweight bout all the way to turn 1 between Whincup and McLaughlin. Bump and grind through turn 1. Very dry all around the racetrack and the stuff that went on the first couple of laps was outstanding. But dealing nicely with all of the challenges this afternoon and greeting the checkered flag, banking 100. When he rejoined, there was quite a bit of dirt that came back on with him. Big pressure on Will Davison. That set up one of the real heart-stopping moments.
John Bow, Painter-Dixon, Holden Tirana in the Painter-Dixon Touring Car Masters Series. I got a question for you. There's some young blokes in this series now that are really talented and really good, but they grew up watching you race. What's it like being a benchmark for these guys? How do you get in your mind, given you're still racing, that you're a role model, you're the target these guys want to be?
I'm not a benchmark. I mean, I love racing, as you well know, and I am very grateful to the people that helped me race. Painter-Dixon and Pace being 2 of those people. So, you know, I just come and do my best. In my youth, I drove lots of different cars. I think it's good for you, good for your learning, good for your, your feel. But it's, it's something I love doing, so I'm doing my best. Whether I can win any more races, I'm on, someone's told me, it might have been you, I'm on 97, so whether I get to 100, I feel like Don Bradman.
And yet you're still racing lots of different cars. You're in an open wheeler at Winton not that long ago, in the Tirana now, probably more to come, some GT stuff, so you're still clearly getting a lot out of it.
Well, last weekend I was at Winton at the Historics on the short circuit, which is where we all used to race years ago. I remember Dick Johnson saying it's like racing around your clothesline when we had the Sierras here. So yeah, I like racing. So I'm not sure I'd want to race any more than I do, but I love racing and I love being part of it. And generally I love the people.
Outside the sport, what keeps you ticking over outside? I know you love to cook. I know you love a good bottle of Reds, and you love some classic cars as well.
Well, I love cars in general terms. You know, my favourite car, I think I've had it for about 10 years, is a Jaguar E-Type Roadster, early cars, 62. So it's a 3.8. It's got the Moss gearbox. It's as they were, you know, it hasn't been, it's a beautiful condition, but a lot of people upgrade those sort of things. They put 5-speed gearboxes and all that stuff. I like originality, so that's my favourite to go out in occasionally, you know. And if I had a lot of money, I'd have dozens of cars, but unfortunately I haven't got a lot of money, so I've got to just, you know, temper my enthusiasm sometimes. But I do a bit of work with Unique Cars Mag. I get to drive some very unusual and special cars. And last week even I did a story, it hasn't come out yet, but on a Lancia Integrale HF, which is a, you know, road car version of their successful rally car. So, you know, it's motor cars and racing's my passion.
Down to Skyline. And John's actually got the hand out the window acknowledging the cheers. That's quite a feeling, John, isn't it?
It's incredible, isn't it?
You know what, you'd really make Dick Johnson's day if you just stopped before the finishing line. I meant just stopped and ambled across, but that wouldn't seem such a funny idea. John,
even the guys that were barracking for Brocky this morning and were booing us, they were even clapping.
Isn't it sensational how the Holden and Nissan fans all of a sudden become the Dick Johnson, John Bower fans on the last lap?
Fantastic.
Coming down towards Caltex.
Mate, I'm taking it easy, I can tell you.
I know you're taking it easy. We're all riding with you down to the last corner. But one.
If it fails now, I'll
It
set
won't.
fire to it personally.
We'll all push you.
All you got to do is keep breathing.
We started our telecast at 10 this morning with the great race. John Bower leads us into the last corner. JB, how does it feel? You're the Two East champion for 89.
Unbelievable. Fancy doing that.
You've done it.
That's incredible feeling.
Congratulations to you from all the viewers around Australia today. And Dick Johnson has actually broken into a big smile.
No?
We'll see you in victory lane, John. John Bower, very modest young driver, professional racer. As I said earlier today, Dick Johnson couldn't have pulled off a better coup than securing John Bower to drive with him, the Australian Touring Car Championship. And obviously, he's brought home the bacon here today at Mount Panorama with the Tooheys 1000. What a race, John.
It was. Here, that team led from about a minute and a half into the race.
He's covering his mirrors. He's just showing. That's all he'll do. He won't touch, but he will sit there and he'll dart left and he'll dart right.
And isn't young Craig using all the road? He's bounced the thing off the ripple strips all over the place. He's absolutely on the limit here under a maximum pressure drive.
That's the widest Commodore ever built at the moment.
Well, boy, this is really going to test him. His race guys done a lot of testing for HRT, but not a lot of racing. I think Sandown was his first race. There's Johnson looking on. Oh, the car gets a little bit out of shape as he tries to get the power down. John Bower weaving left and right, filling each side of the mirrors of the 015 car. This is really thrilling stuff.
A little taily coming out of the exit there up to Castrol, a lap car, zip him on the outside. And John Bower does exactly the same. I think that was the Clark Sinks car. Dillman and Connor.
Oh, look at this.
Down across the mountain under the Firestone Dipper.
Can't get any closer than this. It's astounding. Lowndes was apparently 0.7 of a second quicker on that previous lap, but he's making it up and losing it, as the JB does as well. So
you probably won't see this as they go down the straight, but I'm told the crowd is actually so excited they're doing a giant Mexican wave the whole length of Conrod Straight as Lowndes and Bower come through.
I've never seen a battle for the lead at Bathurst in my life like this. This is incredible. Bower closes under brakes.
Oh, now his trouble is some traffic. Let's see if this has any impact.
No, John. He'll sit in there, but he's going to make life. There's a lot at stake here. There's 100 grand to win this race. Lowndes comes down under brakes. JB, same time.
Oh, no, he mustn't. He couldn't have looked.
He didn't look, but that's racing.
Now, John will have got a faster run out of that corner. He may try and capitalise here. He's probably got a few more revs on board. He comes up the inside.
No.
Side by side under brakes, and JB will sneak through. They both lock the inside left tyre.
He was unsettled by that back marker. That's
to go.
very unfortunate.
So Craig Lowndes, oh boy, imagine the adrenaline pumping through this kid. John Bowles opened up a 3 or 4 car length gap.